Look at all of you beautiful people out there in YouTube land. Hey, thank you so much for making that decision to spend some quality time with me, because you know I love spending some quality time with you. For all you returning MVPs out there, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping back. If you are new here, I'd love to introduce myself. My name is Dave. This right here is Cali's Groom Room. Here we talk about all things relating to men's grooming. We put a big, heavy emphasis on fragrance around here because I absolutely love them and I'm passionate about them. And if that content sounds interesting to you, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Ladies, I know many of you out there love your floral fragrances, especially that note of rose. There's plenty of gentlemen too that love floral fragrances, but hey, there's a few of you out there that are like, florals, I'm not too sure. I heard like these marketing campaigns and things like that for fragrance really gear them towards women. So I'm scared. I'm afraid. I don't know. Well, gentlemen, screw what you heard. There's a floral fragrance out there that needs to be on your radar. I'm going to prove it to you today. That fragrance that we're going to be talking about is none other than Signature Rosé by Zaharoff. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you about this amazing fragrance. Hang tight. We're back, baby. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I love it. Thanks for hanging tight there. It's just a brief, short intro. My good God, what a hell of a year it's been for George Zaharoff and the Zaharoff brand, giving us 3 amazing fragrances this year with the Z Creators. Business over pleasure with my boy over there at TLTG Reviews. Yo, what up, Ross? Andrea and her boyfriend Antonio gave us the Siren. Fantastic one there. Can't wait to start rocking that a little bit more. And then, of course, Justin Copeland's Brass and Soothe My Soul. So are you like formerly Stay Fresh Productions, or like what are you calling yourself these days? Anyway, my trumpet playing brother out there, I love you. Thank you so much for giving us that one there. That one's great. Love it. Now, we're moving over here. Yes, we're moving over here. Signature Pour Homme, the OG, baby. Then we have this boozy opening, but then it dries down to this beautiful citrus floral take on the original. And this right here, oh man, this is the daring, sexual, sex-crazed brother of the Signature Pour Homme. This one's got some of that Pour Homme DNA, but this one is just like next level to me. That's just a more seductive take, a darker take, deeper take on the original. And then George was traveling around the world in his birthday suit. Don't know exactly what he was doing, but he got through the airport, the customs anyway, and he stumbled upon this bag of rose incense, and he was like, man, I gotta have this stuff. It's beautiful. Holy crap. One of the best things that I've smelled in a very long time. Then, on his plane ride home, he did what any other normal human being would do. He started thinking about work. And he was like, man, what if we could take this and make it into a perfume? What if we could take the base of Signature Pour Homme and take this rose incense and make it into a perfume? He calls Claude Deer, and this isn't a phone. He calls Claude Deer. He's like, yo, Claude, baby, I got this idea. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to knock people's socks off and rock the world with this fragrance. Claude's like, yo, baby, I love that idea. Let's make it happen. 2021 saw the birth of Signature Rosé. Let's talk about it. Rosé comes in this awesome box. Love the faceplate. The faceplate here. Woo! Excuse me. So this is a combination of like these rose petals and that original Zaharoff lion logo. The logo, you know, now the Zaharoff logo there. Signature Rosé here. 2 fluid ounce bottles, 60 mLs. Awesome looking box with the Z's going all the way around. You know, George, he spares no expense when it comes to his presentation. We have that, of course, familiar with the Zaharoff line. Anything that, you know, he puts his name on, gets this Art Deco style bottle. Awesome cap there. Great atomizers here. Sprayer's awesome. Absolutely love it. Now let's talk about the juice. $145 for this baby. Is it worth the price? You're going to have to wait and find out. Eau de Parfum concentration, as I said before. Perfumer here, Claude Deer. Let's take this to the test strip and see what we get. All right, so let's take it from the atomizer to the strip, from the strip to the tip of my nose. You guys are still perverted out there. To my nose and see what we get. 2 sprays is more than enough. Oh, man. What? Oh, I love it. That hook in the beginning is like the chorus to one of my all-time favorite songs. It just sucks me in there. You have this beautiful combination of rose auto and Turkish rose here. This fruity, jammy-like opening, which is absolutely lovely. Very, very high quality to start. Right off the bat, it's just one that's just going to blow the head right off your shoulders. I promise you that. As the fragrance develops, starts to transition, you're going to notice this spiciness coming through, adding a little bit of warmth, but also a nice texture here that that rose opening is sort of lying on. Very, very nicely captured here, that spiciness. I really enjoy that. The jasmine here in combination with this Turkish rose is really where the rose comes alive, right? This green stem-like quality reminds me of snapping a rose in half when I was a little kid, playing in my grandmother's rose bushes and taking it right to my nose and smelling that the wetness from that stem, that greenness that it gives off. I used to squeeze the petals, the rose petals, and stick them to my nose because that you know, the rose, that aroma was coming to life there. You have that muskiness, you know, much like Turkish rose gives off in combination with jasmine, will give you this musky floral vibe here in the heart. So we're saying a lot of things like jammy, fruity, and a lot of florals here. Don't get scared though. Stay with me. We're going to get where the change really happens in this fragrance now. You have this beautiful, creamy, fresh cut sandalwood note here. Very, very realistic note of sandalwood here. Absolutely lovely. And it's almost like you took a lighter to the end of that fresh cut of sandalwood and just lit it on fire a tad, because you start to notice there's a slight smoke coming through. You have this sugar cane here, this tonka bean. It's much needed here. That little bit of sweetness that's added, and I'm telling you, it's like a pinch of sweetness, and that needs to be here because of what happens next. What happens next is you have this naughty threesome between oud, myrrh, and frankincense. This orgy of notes comes through here and adds this beautiful complexity, this depth, this sensual, kind of seductive vibe that it gives off in the base here. One that you really need to experience for yourself. You have to experience the transitional phases of this fragrance to really, really appreciate what I'm talking about here. This is one that is definitely a must try for you. You have to try this fragrance here. As the smoke comes through a little bit more, it starts to lean on just a tad bit on that masculine side, but not far enough to the masculine side, whereas women cannot wear this. Women can definitely wear this. So now, let's get into my thoughts on the fragrance here. So in terms of uniqueness, yes, you know what? Oud rose, incense rose, they have existed. How does this separate itself and have it stand apart on its own 2 feet, or does it? Yes, it does. It does that because of the utilization of the 3 different types of rose here, also in combination with the other notes that I had broken down and had mentioned to you there. Claude Deer is no slouch by any means. The man is a master perfumer. He knows how to blend. He knows how to strategically place these notes and how they work perfectly in a harmonious blend together. And that's what's done here. This is not just a fragrance you're spraying on, folks. This is a piece of fragrance art. My favorite type of fragrances. Quality. This is something, in my opinion, that is very, very high quality. These notes come through very clean, very smooth. There's no rough edges here. There's no astringency here. These are very smooth, crisp, clean notes that you're smelling, which screams high quality. At least in my book, it does. Longevity. I know you guys are going to ask me, what's the performance like here? So in terms of projection, this projects well for the first 2, sometimes 3 hours, depending on how well my skin is reacting to the fragrance that day. But you can expect this to have enormous sillage. And yes, people are going to love the way this smells on you, especially when it's in the air. Your body's heating up. This is projecting out. That's what this is going to do. Again, massive projection here. Massive longevity. We're talking 10 to 12 hours before this starts to calm down. Never really becomes a skin scent though. I can assure you the next day when you take a shower, it's very difficult to get this fragrance off. You're even going to be able to detect it. You're going to catch whiffs of it. on your skin still, even when you do clean your body. Very interesting, very powerful stuff that you're going to experience here. Seasons. Which seasons would I recommend this? It's really subjective, but honestly, I think this is going to perform best spring, fall, and winter. Summertime, you definitely can wear this. I would honestly say this would work best in summer nights. Your fragrance, wear what season you want to wear it in. I'm just here to give you an idea. If you didn't really understand the notes that I was describing to you, if seasons makes more sense, there you go. What about occasions? Let's talk about it. This is going to be incredible when you're dressed up in a suit and you want to convey a certain message. But also, if you want to wear this to a banquet or a nice dinner, you could definitely pull it off there as well. So date night approved for sure, definitely. Definitely any type of formal situation, absolutely. If you want to control your sprays even more, which my spray routine here is always 4 to 5 sprays. I never exceed that because this is a very powerful fragrance here, as I had mentioned previously. Another way to wear this fragrance, like I was saying with casually, I also find this fragrance to be very soothing, calming, and relaxing. Spray Rosé on if you're having trouble sleeping at night, or if you're having a bit of like anxiety or maybe even a panic attack. Not saying that this will immediately relax and calm you down, but it can take that certain edge off. I do find this, for me, experiencing some of those symptoms that I just mentioned, I do find this to be a very relaxing and soothing formulation. Even though I used other descriptors before, this just adds to the overall uniqueness of the fragrance while also showcasing its versatility as well. Do I recommend this? 1000%. Absolutely. Who do I recommend this to? Anybody. If you've never experienced floral fragrances because you're not sure if you're going to like them or if they're of your taste or not, you're not going to know unless you try. What I can tell you is if you like fragrances that are on the darker side, you know, your spicy, your oriental type of fragrances, give this a shot. There's a great chance that you're going to absolutely love the way this is blended. The utilization of the different rose notes in here is one that everybody should experience, especially that base. The signature Pour Homme base. This just goes to show again how versatile this freaking fragrance truly is. And this one here, Rosé, is one that you absolutely need to experience. So yes, I recommend this to everybody. Even if you're not a fan of florals or rose in general, this fragrance may be the one that says, you know what? I'm not typically a fan of floral fragrances, but I absolutely love this. I could definitely see a lot of you saying that about this. So yes, in 2021, if you have a fragrance wish list, this 1000% needs to be added immediately. And with that said, guys, that wraps it up for me today. I really do appreciate everyone's time out of their day to spend with me. I have a different message for you guys. Normally, I have now said the same message for so long that I've memorized it. But I have to say, as the days go by anymore, the world is just getting crazier and crazier, which leads me to this point here. Guys, no matter what your political opinions are or anything of that sort, we need each other now more than ever. We need to absolutely embrace humanity, love each other, respect each other, be kind to others, go out of your way to make a kind gesture to somebody. Stay in touch with your friends, your family. Life is precious, and it's far more important to communicate with each other than it has been ever before, guys. We really, really need love to be the end-all, be-all for everything. That is what is going to change us as human beings and the face of the world in the direction that it's going to go towards, guys. I absolutely love each and every one of you. I don't take any of you for granted. I'll see you guys very soon. Guys, I really do. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace. Take care.